Hey everyone, my name is Josiah Brock, Chaplain and Diversity Executive here at the YMCA of Greater Cincinnati. And I'm responsible for the strategic and programmatic efforts around our spiritual development and diversity, inclusion, and equity work. And I'm excited about where we're positioned and where we're going in this new year. And I'm excited to share a little bit with you. First, let's start with our spiritual development. We're positioned for great work next year, and we've adopted clinical pastoral education, which gives us a framework to serve all people where they are and helps them to move where they're trying to go. And that's not just for the people that are being served, it's also for their practitioners. So let me start a little bit with our framework. There are three areas that we're going to operate in. The first area is responsive care. The next area is proactive programming. And then the third area is culture care. Now, for responsive care, that means an issue has happened, there's some sort of trauma, some sort of problem, and caring people then get to move in to respond to whatever that issue might be. Proactive programming means we're not only just going to wait for some issue to occur, we're going to proactively seek after opportunities to help people to grow spiritually. The third area is culture care. You know, at the YMCA, we stand for a strong spirit, mind, and body. Oftentimes we don't focus on a strong spirit as well. And so culture care is how do we help our culture, that means everybody that's involved, to have a strong spirit, mind, and body. And so all three of these areas, that's our framework for spiritual development for this year. Let's talk a little bit about diversity, inclusion, and equity work. All of our work is under the umbrella of the Better Us initiative. It is the staff team, it's our ERGs, it's everything we're doing that creates a better for all. Now, we chose 5 areas that we're going to work through this year. The first one is advocacy. The next one is leadership development. The third one is organizational stewardship. Then there's partnerships, and there's programs and membership. And each particular area helps us to create a lens in which we want to create a greater for all. How are we telling our story? How are we developing competent staff? How are we creating spaces where staff and leaders and volunteers can be who they are and can help influence where we need to go? Are we creating strategic partnerships with the right people in our communities? And how do our members and our friends feel when they come into our spaces? All of these things are important. I'm probably most excited about the opportunity for us to do an equity audit. That's going to be a lot of fun. We get a chance to compare the work we're doing with best practices around the country, and we get a chance to move forward and help a lot of more people. So we're excited about that great work, and I'm excited to invite you to join me in that work. And I'd love to have you a partner with me. I'd love to hear your ideas, and I'd love for us to grow together. And I'd love for you to email me if you have any questions. So here are some things that you can do to help. I'm the leader, but I don't own it. The association, the culture, our communities, we all own this together. So wherever you sit, you have a responsibility to help us drive this work, whether it's spiritual development or diversity, inclusion, and equity work. What does it look like to take our strategy and do it locally? What does it look like to advocate locally? What does it look like to partner locally with diverse and communities and promote inclusion with everything that we do? What does it look like when someone comes into your branch or comes into one of your programs? If you're C-suite, how do you take this work and drive it through all the people that you coach and that you work with? How do we make this a part of who we are, not just what we do? And if you're a board member, I invite you to take this and help me to grow it, to make it more robust, to help me ask the real questions about who we are and what we really should be doing. What's the vision of the YMCA of Greater Cincinnati for the next 10 years? We have an awesome opportunity to develop that right now. Not just having a strong mind and not just having a strong body, but also having a strong spirit. And that includes a strong diversity, inclusion, and equity work and strong spiritual transformative work that we get a chance to do together. So again, I'm Josiah Brock. I invite you to join me. Please email me at jbrock@myy.org, and let's do this work together.